all over. Give it up for Megan Hayes, everybody. Give it up for Megan.
Hello, we still awake? Yeah. My name's Megan, like the girl you hated in high school, Megan. It's a lot of us. One of my guy friends actually the other day was like, I'm surprised I've never tried to date you. I always date girls named Megan. And I was like, I'm glad that's over. Just kidding, I don't have any guy friends. No, I try, I do. I try. I used to be one of those people that was like, I can't be friends with girls, it's too much drama. Now I'm like, I can't be friends with guys, they keep trying to rape my other friends. Ugh, it's such a bummer, right? I told that joke the other day and it got me in some trouble because I had friends who were like, hey, I'm a guy friend of yours and I've never raped anybody, and then I watched them each spiral, one by one. It started with being like, hey, you don't think I've raped anyone, do you? A few days later I was like, hey, no one's told you that I've raped someone, have they? By the end, they were like, Megan, I'm afraid I think I might be a potential rapist. And I'm like, that's the spirit. Anybody else here filled with rage? Woo! Woo! Keep drinking! Or don't if you have a problem. Or do, I don't know, I'm not your sponsor. May I suggest if you're filled with rage, it's because our government is like the worst ex-boyfriend you've ever had. Right? You're like, hey, I'm upset you did this thing. You made all these promises that you haven't committed to. I'm really upset. You keep saying you're going to change. You never change. And he's like, you're really sexy when you're angry. And that's how Trump got elected. May I be the first person to say that we're living in strange times. I'm not a stranger to strange times. I'm from New Jersey. Yeah. From a very special part of New Jersey. I'm from right between where Bruce Springsteen sings about and where Jersey Shore was filmed. Right in there. Oh, close. Howell? Whoa. Whoa, I'm so sorry. People ask me what that was like. I tell them it's kind of like being at the airport, you know? Because everyone gets to be white trash when they're at the airport. Everyone's taking their shoes off indoors, eating fake Italian food. You're white trash, man. Welcome to the airport. One time I got on a plane with a student ID, and that was the day I realized that I'm white. No, I don't think it was because I was white. I think it was because I was going to Florida. They were like, we can lose Florida. Isn't that so sad? The place that has Disney World and Miami and all of our grandparents were like, fuck off. Fun fact about New Jersey, they recently passed a bill legalizing that people can choose when to end their lives if they're terminally ill. And I just think that's so great. I really do. I think it's so good that New Jersey's giving its residents the ability to die with dignity when they didn't live with any. If you're worried about why I know that, don't worry, I'm not suicidal. I just like to keep my options open. I am depressed, but in like a hot way. I'm depressed. Being depressed in this current political climate is very strange, because I'm walking around being like, oh, nothing matters. And then I turn on the TV and it's a newswoman being like, this just in, nothing matters. What? That was my thing. That was my hot girl thing. People want to know why I'm depressed. I work at the theater. I work with the public. Y'all are very depressing. The youngest person that I work with by about 2 decades, which I like because now I'm in the top 10 like hottest people. Molly's definitely hotter. She's like 90, but it's okay. I work with people. I manage a team of ushers that are, to put this lightly, closer to death than birth, I'd say. They're all very nice. They're all very intrigued by me. They don't really know what to do. The other day, one of my employees came up to me and was like, hey, Megan, you're a millennial. And I was like, oh, no. And she goes, I read this article that said that millennials don't really feel like adults, that they still feel like teenagers. Do you feel like a teenager? And I was like, no, I feel like a toddler all the time. And And she was offended. She was like, but we respect you. We respect you like an adult. And I was like, Judy, the other day you tied my shoes for me. And you didn't even ask. You distracted me with questions. You were like, what do you want to be when you grow up? And I was like, a movie star and the president. And then I waddled my little toddler body out of the way. I don't feel like an adult. I know I'm not really an adult because I still will be walking down the street and I'm like, hey, when am I going to get cool? I'm still waiting for that day to come. It's never going to happen. Being an usher is not the worst job I've ever had. I've also been a babysitter. Yeah. No, I like babysitting. I love getting people attached to me and then leaving. It's like one day I'm in your house, I'm eating your snacks, I'm rocking your kid rockabye. Oh, 6 o'clock, gotta go. Drop the kid, it's not my kid. I don't care. Babysitting as an adult gets weird though, yeah? Because the last time you saw an adult woman and a couple in their bedroom, you were watching porn. It's true. There are a lot of boundary issues when you're babysitting as an adult. I was watching this man whose votes for the Emmys scream at his mom. He was like, hold on, man, I gotta go. Mom, seriously, those were my shoes. I was like, wow, you're 40. The fun thing about babysitting is sometimes you get into strange situations. They had a cat that died and they didn't tell me. So I walked into their house and was like looking around for this cat, wondering when it was going to come up. I'm not really a cat person, so I thought of it like a little murderer that was living with me. The cat never came. At one point I walked into the bathroom and I just saw a list of things they loved about it with a lock of its hair. And that is why I brought you all here today, because that is how I decided I would like to die. Thank you so much.
Give it up for Megan, everybody.